I don't have a review for us to discuss. What are we going to do?
What's going on?
Uh-oh.
You're not prepared?
I'm not prepared.
This is unacceptable, and you truly hate to see it. When you're in that movie, you're living in the moment. You're not thinking about the other stuff. You're just watching the actors work.
But some people I hear talk about like, oh, this is the best movie of the year. This is the best video game of the year or whatever. And then they say like, but I never want to watch it again. It's really not my cup of tea. And then they don't even put it on their top list. It's like, you're being a pussy. If you're...
Oh, and we're not going to talk about what we're discussing next. I want that to be a surprise. But, this has been fun, Mike. I really enjoyed this last couple months.
Welcome to Hate to See It with Mike and Sid, the talk show where we bring you a new movie review each week. Wait a second. I didn't watch anything this week, Sid. I don't have
Why
a
is
review.
that?
I don't have a review for us to discuss. What are we going to do?
What's going on?
Uh-oh.
You're not prepared?
I'm not prepared.
This is unacceptable, and you truly hate to see it. This is why you need A-list, Mike. You need A-list so every week you could go see a new movie.
Well, now I actually have nothing because I had my Stubs premiere that expired on just January 1st, New Year's Day, and I'm going to sign up for A-list.
You have to sign up.
Well, I am definitely signing up 100%, but we're not seeing a new movie in theaters for another like 2 weeks because we have other things planned for the channel. And so I'm just going to sign up right before then. So I get the most value out of my first month.
I can't wait for you to do that. I'm really excited for you to join me.
It's going to be awesome. But what we're actually doing this week is, well, why don't I let you explain it, Sid, since it was your idea?
Sure. I appreciate that, Mike. So as we all know, our viewers know, I'm an A-lister. I'll keep saying that every week. But, I have a streak going. It's almost 6 months straight that I've seen a new movie every week. So with the year wrapped up, I was like, Mike, let's talk about the movies. Let's actually give our 5 favorite movies of the year. And then we can also play a game, which I'll let you discuss in a second. And once we're done talking about our 5 favorites, we can also talk about the 5 movies we're most looking forward to seeing in 2026. So I think this is a great time to do that episode. Really looking forward to it. I've seen, I believe, 48 movies, new movies this year in theater. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a little more, but that's basically a movie every week, which is pretty cool. We'll see.
Awesome, Sid.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a whole year. That's the goal. We'll see if I can continue if I can continue doing that, if I can maintain doing that. But either way, let's kick it off, Mike. You want to talk about the little game we're going to play within this episode?
Yeah. So I thought it'd be fun if we could try to guess each other's lists of top favorite movies. So what I did was I wrote them out in this envelope, and it is sealed. And after you reveal your list, I'm going to open it up, and we'll see how well I did.
I like it. But first of all, it's kind of good or bad, and bad that you have an envelope, because I hate envelopes. I hate mail. I don't want to receive mail. I'm tired of people that send out their checks via mail, and you have to have postage and all that stuff. So I'm a little disappointed that you have an envelope, but it also works out for this episode. So I don't have one. So I put it in my iPad or my iPhone. But Mike, I was thinking instead of I doing 5, you doing 5, maybe we'll just keep doing 1 and 1. So it's not one person talking too much.
Yeah, but that sounds good to me. But then at the end, we'll reveal our predictions.
Correct.
After everyone's done. Yeah, that sounds good to me. And what do we do if because I imagine some of our lists are going to overlap a little bit. So should we, what happens if it overlaps? Should we just wait until?
Good question, Mike. Actually, if I say a movie that you also include in your list, maybe talk about it.
Okay, and then I won't reveal the spot necessarily. I'll just say this was also on my list.
Okay, sounds good. So why don't you kick it off?
Okay, coming in at number 5.
We're going the other way. I see.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
We'll go 5.
I was thinking about going 1 down to 5. Obviously, folks, we have not rehearsed this.
We'll do it live.
Let's do it live. All right, go with 5.
So a movie that came out earlier the year. I wasn't sure it was going to make my list, but when I thought about it, I just had to include it because it is one of my all-time favorite franchises, probably right up there with Star Wars. It's definitely behind Star Wars, but I would put it ahead of Marvel. I might even put it ahead of Batman, which is another favorite of mine. And that franchise is the Mission Impossible franchise, and it had its final reckoning this year. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning was a movie I saw in theaters at AMC on a Dolby screen with seats right in the middle. It had those uh, speakers that shake your seats. It was truly an event. It's not the perfect Mission Impossible movie, which is why I wasn't sure it was going to make my list. I think it's in terms of the overall franchise, I think it's middle of the pack, maybe. There's some movies that are better than it. There are some movies that are worse than it. I think the problems with this movie, not to get over long, but the movie itself is a little bit too long.
It is.
The enemy, which is like this artificial intelligence, which is, a theme now in real life and in movies, not a very compelling villain. But the two major action set pieces in this movie, which take up like more than half the movie, are absolutely jaw-dropping.
Like the submarine,
One of them takes place in a submarine at the bottom of the ocean that is sliding down
the
an
mountain.
oceanside cliff, and all these torpedoes are like falling out and like almost crushing Tom Cruise. And then the other scene at the end of the movie where he's him and this villain are flying these two biplanes, and Tom Cruise is like jumping from one plane to the other. They're hanging on the wings. It's just absolutely insane. And both of those scenes looked amazing on the big screen. So for those reasons, I had to include this Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning on my list.
It really pains me because I almost picked that for you. I was so close. I was really struggling with it. I kind of cheated. I was looking through old text messages to see what your thoughts were on the movie. I
Hmm.
couldn't find it. I checked Mission Impossible. I checked Dead Reckoning. MI. I couldn't really find a conversation about us talking about the movie, which I'm sure we did. I don't know why I couldn't find it, but yeah, I almost put that as one of your top fives.
All right.
Good choice. There's definitely one of my maybe top 10 movies of the year.
Yeah.
I had some of similar complaints that you did.
Yep. But you
All
saw
right.
more. I think it probably, if I saw as many movies as you, I think it probably
Correct.
would have made my top five. But it's still a good time at the movies.
No, it was. I think what hurt it was having the two movies. Like because they were
Yeah.
kind of like direct sequels. I mean, they're all sequels in a sense, but these were really direct sequels.
Yep.
Final and Dead. Okay, so let's go with my fifth one. I really struggle with this one. I have like a couple honorable mentions, which we'll discuss later. But what I selected was 28 Years Later as my number five. I really enjoyed that movie. You know, when we're doing this list, and you and I talked, I asked you, are we doing our favorite movies? Are we doing the best movies? And you said, let's do our favorites. So I did like what impacted me, and this movie like impacted me. Thoroughly enjoyed it because it was a long wait to get this movie made. I was really happy that they made it. I was really happy with the decisions throughout the movie, the new characters that they introduced, the seeds they planted from previous characters in the franchise that hopefully will be returning in the third one. So I know we've talked about this movie before. I'm going to see the sequel in 2 weeks, I think, which will be my 6 month anniversary, which I'll talk about later. But that was my number five selection.
Sid, I'm not going to reveal my predictions at this time because I want to save it until we open the
Yep.
envelope. But I'm feeling pretty good. But
Good.
maybe we should have put some money on this or something.
Yeah, no, I thought you'd win this competition, to be honest, because I talk about the stuff I like a lot. If I like something,
Yes.
I'm going to mention it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that is very endearing about you, Sid. You are not shy about your interests.
Nope. Maybe I'll go next. Should we do it that way, or do you
Sure,
want
we
to go
could do a little
next?
snake draft situation, but I did want to just briefly mention, Sid, you mentioned, is this
Yes.
going to be our favorites or is this going to be the best? And I kind of mentioned to you, I don't really feel like there should be a big distinction between those. I know a lot of people say that there's a difference. For me, if something is your best, it should be on your favorites list. Now, maybe you can reorder it a little bit. You could say, well, this is the best movie of the year, but this other movie, it's more to my liking. It's, more to my taste. So I'm going to put it maybe switch up the order a little bit. But some people I hear talk about like, oh, this is the best movie of the year. This is the best video game of the year or whatever. And then and then they say like, but I never want to watch it again. It's really not my cup of tea. And then they don't even put it on their top list. It's like you're being a pussy.
Oh,
If you think something is your
disclaimer.
best, it should be on your favorites list as well. And if it's not, you're just hedging. You're just trying to hide the fact
No, no,
that you
no.
don't like the movie, and you're not willing to step out on a ledge and have a hot take. Our friend Steve from Throwbacks with the Technodrome, I think he left a comment asking on our Avatar video, is this like your favorites? How are you judging it? Like if it's your favorite or if it's the best? Similar question like we're talking about here. So he feels the same way, at least I think he does as you do, that there's a distinction.
Yes.
I can acknowledge there being a slight distinction, but I think people really take it too far and use it to avoid criticizing a movie that everyone thinks is the best.
I completely understand your perspective. For me, like when we're doing this episode, that's why I have the distinction. Like I'm trying to think of like the way like are we a voter for the Oscars? If we're a voter for the Oscars, I may not necessarily pick my favorite movie. Because there might be some reasons why they're my favorite, but it may not appeal to other people. Sometimes I'm looking at different qualities. So I get it. I don't want to go on a whole rant about it, but that's where you and I disagree. So let me go with my fourth. Again, this is really challenging, but when I look back at it, I thought I had to include this movie. I thought it was really well done, and that's Superman. Um,
Oh, okay.
Obviously we had several superhero movies this year, right? A couple big ones that were released. The other ones I don't think made my list, but this one did. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought the actor that played the new Superman did a fantastic job. Like he was born for this role, in my opinion. We've had maybe like several Supermans at this point, right? Everyone brings a little bit something different. I think this guy really drives home what Superman is meant to be. I like the surrounding cast in the movie as well, the action set pieces, the messaging, the story behind it. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's a good choice, Sid. I didn't have the chance to see it in theaters. I've seen it twice, though. The first time I saw it, there were a lot of interruptions, a lot of chaos going on in the house I was watching it in. And we had a toddler who was interrupting the movie and whatnot. So it really affected my enjoyment of the movie. And I didn't like it that much the first time I saw it, but I knew I had to give it a second chance and watch it uninterrupted. And I liked it a lot better the second time. I do agree with you that the actor who plays Superman is really good, and I also like who they got for Lex and who they got for Lois. Um, and I think it was the best superhero movie of the year. So
Yep.
yeah, that's a good pick.
Thank you, sir.
All right, number four, a movie that we reviewed on this channel. A movie I would not have seen if it were not for you, if it were not for us bringing back this talk show. Rental Family. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really heartwarming. Heartwarming. I thought Brendan Fraser gave a really good performance, and this is a movie that I think I'm going to come back to. I don't know, maybe once a year, maybe once every 2 years or something. But yeah, I really liked the message of the movie. I found it very endearing, and it surprisingly made my top five.
Good selection. Looking forward to discussing a little more later.
All right, so I'm going to go with number three now.
Let's go.
Okay, another movie we reviewed on the channel just recently, Avatar: Fire and Ash. This was a movie that I knew I was going to see, wasn't overly excited for it. I never get overly excited for Avatar movies, but I always end up having a great time. This one was no different. I said in a review, it's more like a thrill ride at a theme park than it is a movie. We had the discussion about 3D versus 2D. I do think 3D really heightened the experience of this movie. It was just a spectacle. It's killing it at the box office. Just crossed $1 billion. James Cameron, it's his fourth $1 billion movie. So yeah, I had to put this one in my top five. It was just a blast.
Yeah, no, it was a good movie. I wish I saw it in 3D. I should have done that, Mike.
A-list.
Yes, A list. Actually, it's funny. I don't like to rewatch movies. I almost saw it again, but this time in Dolby 3D, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I almost pulled the trigger and saw it this week.
Yeah.
But
It would have
I
been a
did
good
not.
week to do it.
Yeah,
But yeah, well, with the time off and everything.
exactly. That's what I was thinking. All right, so I'm gonna go with my number three, which you will not have guessed.
Okay.
You probably don't even know what this movie is. Maybe you do. but it's called Black Bag. It's
I have
a
heard of Black Bag. Yeah,
it's
is I heard of it recently, and someone that I like gave a very good review of it. So it is something that I want to check out. But what is that movie?
it's a spy thriller with Michael Fassbender, who's one of my favorite actors. I think he doesn't get enough praise. Like every role he has, he kills it. He does a really good job. He was great on the First Class movies, the X-Men movies,
Yep.
right, as Magneto. And again, he had a TV show this year. I forget the name of the show. He did a fantastic job, but he just crushes it every role.
Yeah,
He's
Inglorious
very
Bastards he's getting.
yeah, Inglourious Basterds. I think that's one of his earliest films, right? Potentially
Probably. Yeah.
when he became pretty famous. But yeah, I've always been a huge fan of him. I hope he gets more work. He should like bigger blockbusters would be nice to see. I could even see him being James Bond. Maybe he's a little older now. What don't you think he could be a decent?
He's like German though, isn't he?
And
He
maybe
can't have a German Bond.
is he German? I can
Maybe,
see it.
maybe.
Fassbender,
Well,
right?
that sounds very
Yeah,
German.
it does sound German, but I
I'm
can
not
see him.
sure though.
I can see
Yeah.
him pulling it out. But anyway, it's a spy thriller. Basically, he's investigating potentially his wife, who are both like agents. Pierce Brosnan's in there, so you got some James Bond.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Do you know if it's on streaming?
it has to be. I think
Oh,
so.
I want to check it out.
It's a really good movie. When I saw it, I loved it. I recommended it to a few people who also saw it and they enjoyed it as well. Definitely encourage our viewers to check it out. It's not going to be a movie everyone mentions because it's just like Michael Fassbender. He flies under the radar. So it's a movie that flies under the radar, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Awesome. What's your number two?
All right, number two, we just reviewed it. Marty Supreme.
Okay.
Thoroughly enjoyed that movie. That's a movie that I'll rewatch. I'm a huge fan of that director. They call it the Hustle Thrill trilogy with Good Times. And then I don't think, did you finish the movie, by the way, the second one? Uncut
I'm
Gems?
halfway through it, and I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. It is.
You got to finish it.
See, it's like Marty Supreme without the comedy. It's driving me crazy, and all the dark scenes is like the last season of Game of Thrones where you can't see anything. It's so dark. I have to turn up the brightness all the way on my TV.
But it
Oh,
has humor. I mean, that movie has some good comedy as well.
yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll have to give it a shot.
Yeah, power through it. But yeah, the acting by what's his name? Who's the main actor? I can think of his
Adam
Chalamet.
Sandler. Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
In March,
I
yeah,
switched
yeah.
back. Yeah, just one of the top acting performances of the last decade. To be quite honest, he thoroughly owned that role. I don't think. I don't think you can cast any other actor to play this role, right? Like, who would you think? Who could play Marty? Can you think of anyone? No. I mean,
I don't know, man.
he was born to play this role. There's certain roles like that transcend other roles in the industry, and I think this is one of them. Really looking forward to rewatching this in the future to see if he really stands up and continues to maintain the high level.
All right, I will say that was also on my list because we said
Cool.
we would say that.
Yes, we
Uh,
did.
and is it me?
Yeah, it's you. I think number two, right?
Number two, I'm shocked that this was not on your list. I thought it was going to be in your top five.
What's that?
F1.
I had that as your number one choice.
Oh, really? Well, I was actually it was in consideration. Now you know what my number one is. It was in consideration for number one for me. Uh, it's just another one of those movies that I saw on Dolby screen, and it's just unbelievable. It's just it feels like you're in a race car, and Brad Pitt is terrific in it. I really hope that this becomes a franchise. I mean, it felt like Top Gun except race cars, much like Days of Thunder was supposed to be in the early '90s. But F1 is a much better movie than Days of Thunder. It was.
I mean, I agree. It is a fantastic movie, Mike.
And the
I mean,
soundtrack is so good too. Hans
oh
Zimmer,
yeah,
I think, did it, right?
yeah. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
It's in my honorable mentions. At one point, it was a number three movie. Making this list, by the way, making this list was not easy, Mike. I don't know about you, but I changed the order of the movies. I changed the movies that made my list. I flip flopped a lot. It was really interesting. Not conversation. Interesting challenge to kind of select these five.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that brings us to my number one, which I already spoiled, is Marty Supreme.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was my favorite movie of the year. totally agree with you. Timothy Chalamet was incredible in this movie. Uh, I just really liked how the movie just kept on escalating into more and more chaotic situations, but there was enough levity to lighten the mood, which like I mentioned is what I think is a little different with Uncut Gems. But maybe I'll have to give that movie another chance. But
You
Marty
should.
Supreme was just great. It was incredible.
Wow, that surprised me. So I had that. I don't want to spoil it, but I had that as your fifth movie.
Okay.
Is it? Do you think it's recency bias?
It could be. Yeah, I wanted to watch F1. I wanted to rewatch F1 before this. I didn't have time to do it. So yeah, it could be recency bias.
That's the thing, Mike. Like, I kind of wish. I mean, I wish we had more time, right? I kind of would have liked to rewatch like the seven movies and then kind of redo this list. And that's the thing with lists, Mike, and people watching. The list today might be different than the list tomorrow, right? Like, it doesn't mean this is what we were feeling in that moment. And again, if you ask me in 2 weeks or a month later, like to do my top five favorite films, it's gonna change without a doubt.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Man, nothing wrong with that.
So I think I know what your number one
Yes,
movie is. Let's hear it, Sid.
it is. I don't know if is it to my left or right.
It's,
What is this?
to where you're pointing right now, to your right.
Yep. And you know, if people were trying to guess my top five movies of the year, and they didn't guess this movie and it's in freaking behind me the whole time, there's something wrong with you. But one battle after another. This movie transcends movies. It's a movie that comes out once every 10 years that really knocks you back, makes you think. When you go home that night, you have trouble sleeping because all you're doing is replaying the scenes of the movie. You're doing the dialogues again in your head. It's just phenomenal. I know you haven't seen it for some personal reasons, but this is a movie I cannot recommend enough. I'm looking forward to watching it at home. You know, like it's a movie that that one day if you have kids, you'll show your kids. Like I plan on showing my cat El
I don't
Gato this
know. I don't
movie,
know about that, Sid. I don't know if I'm showing my kids this movie.
but I am. I mean, I don't want kids, but this is the type of movie that I'll recommend 15 years from now. You know, I'm not someone that really buys into like political messaging, religious messaging with films. I just take the film for what it is. The acting, just the back and forth between the different characters. Again, this is a type of movie where you can't replace the characters in the movie or the actors. I mean, the actors, you can't replace them. Like if you took out Leo and put another actor, it wouldn't work. If you took, I can't think of his damn name, but this guy is going to win Best Supporting Actor this year at the Oscars, 100%. The villain of this movie, he's like one of the villains that you talk about. Like, what's that freaking movie called? He was in the James Bond movie as a villain. He was one of what's his name? Javier Bardem. What's Javier Bardem's movie, Mike? Really
Uh,
famous movie. Um,
No Country for Old Men?
yeah, he's that type of villain
Okay.
because it's a villain that you never forget. But yeah, I can't recommend that movie enough. If you haven't seen it, folks, really do yourself a favor and watch that film.
I mean, there's been a lot of conversation about the movie, the message in the movie. I saw that the author of American Psycho, which the movie was based off of, says like the movie's tone deaf in 2025 and it is irrelevant immediately when it came out. So, I've been kind of taking in all the controversy surrounding the movie and just kind of decided that it doesn't sound like it's going to be my cup of tea. But is it something that you think overwhelms the movie? Are you able to kind of cast it aside, or you think it's been overhyped? Like
It's been overhyped. I mean, if social media didn't exist, people wouldn't be talking about that stuff. You just when you're in that movie, you're living in the moment. You're not thinking about the other stuff. You're just watching the actors work.
All right, it's on HBO Max, I think.
It is.
Who knows? Maybe I do want to see as many movies that are going to be Oscar nominated as possible. So maybe I'll see it just so I can have an opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really hate something without seeing it, right?
I
Because
guess that's true.
everyone's gonna have different opinions, Mike. People are gonna like that whole thing when we talked about the not the layer cake. What's the movie that we saw? I saw in theaters. You saw on Netflix. Fuck, I'm so bad with things.
Oh, Wake Up Dead Man.
Like Wake Up Dead Man. Like that's the beauty of doing this podcast, Mike, because you and I are gonna have different opinions on certain things. We're gonna have different views. We're gonna take different things from watching these movies. So that's why you gotta watch a movie because you can make your own opinion after watching it.
Well, I mentioned I liked that movie a lot better the second time I watched it. So yeah, like you said, opinions can change, and then that's a good
They
thing.
sure do. So that's our top five. I think you did your five as well, right?
Yeah. Should I open up my envelope?
Open it up.
All
And
right.
you've definitely won. There's no way I was winning this.
Well, I got two of them in the exact right spot. I got your number one,
Which was
uh,
obvious.
and number five. I had one battle after another. I don't think you're going to be able to read this.
No,
You just
no,
have to
just read
take
it.
my word for it.
I believe you,
I
even though
had
you're an asshole.
one battle after another at one. So we're given 2 points if you get it in the exact right spot,
Really?
and 1 point if it's on the list and you guess that correctly. So I
Okay.
got two there.
Making up the rules.
Marty Supreme I had as your two. What did you have that as?
Two.
Okay, so that's another 2 points. I'm surprised this one wasn't on your list either. I had three because I thought you talked a lot about this movie. Number three, I had Sinners. That was not on your list.
It was my honorable mention.
Okay.
It was number three at one point as well before I moved it.
Oh, interesting. Number four, and I also thought this was going to be on your list. Obviously, F1, not on your list.
Yep.
And then I had 28 years later at number five, and that was your number five.
So I think you won. How many points
Well, I
did you get
got
there?
six. So what did you have?
So I had F1 as your number one.
Okay, so you got 1 point for that.
I had Zootopia 2, which I'm surprised you didn't have on your list.
I thought about putting it on my list. Yeah, it was an honorable mention.
Yeah, I had Avatar number three.
So you got 2 points there.
Yep. I
You
had
got
Superman
three.
as four.
Yeah, that was another honorable mention.
Marty Supreme as five.
Okay, so that's one. So what did you get? 4 points?
Two, three, four. Yeah, four.
All right, it's pretty good.
Six of four. So congrats, you
Pretty
win.
close.
So my honorable mentions, Mike. Well, actually, I'm gonna do your list.
I
I did
didn't
your
do as
list.
good as you thought I was going to do. Much better than you thought I was going to do even better than that, didn't you?
Well, because let's be honest, one and two, you knew I was gonna go with One Battle and Marty as most likely as one and two.
I really thought Sinners though was going to be three.
So that's the thing, Mike. If he did like best movies, not
Yeah.
favorites, Sinner would have been three. So
Hmm.
I had Sinners and yeah, it's Sinners, F1. I also had Kill Bill on the list.
Yeah. I felt kind of it didn't feel right to put Kill Bill because it's not really a 2025 movie. That was kind of I thought about putting it on the list. Yeah, another honorable mention. A weird shout out that I want to give. I guess this would go more towards. Now I'm going to contradict myself. This is like a favorite movie of mine. Definitely not one of the best movies of the year. Jurassic World Rebirth. I enjoyed quite a bit. I thought it was just back to basics for Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. Very simple storyline and just great dino thrills. Just a lot of good set pieces, a lot of good tension building sequences, jump scares.
I wish it was a little scary though. I thought they said like it
I
has.
thought, for me, I don't love like super scary, super gory movies. Like, so for me, it was just right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I saw more movies than you did. I really hope you become A-lister so you can see a lot more movies next year.
Oh, and I do also want to shout out the Springsteen biopic. Didn't think it was a great movie. It was good for the story that it chose to tell. It was fun seeing a lot of locations at the Jersey Shore that are right by me and that I grew up going to, have been going to my whole life. And I thought Jeremy Allen White was really good as Bruce Springsteen in that movie.
No, he was. I agree with that. So let's talk about 2026, Mike.
Yeah, let's
So
do it.
that was a fun. That was actually I enjoyed that, Mike. We should maybe do some other contests in the future.
Yeah, that was fun. We
So
definitely should.
Yeah, we should. Let's talk about our most anticipated movies in 2026. I did five. Did you also pick five?
I picked five, and then I have a few other mentions, but yeah, I did a top five.
I know what's going to be on your list.
It's pretty easy. Like once I started thinking about it, it was pretty obvious.
Like I know Mario's on there, right? It has to be.
Yeah, that's my number five.
Nice. So let's see. How about let's do it again. I do five, you do five, you do four. All right, whatever. Let me start with five.
Okay.
So on number five, which you would have not guessed, is Peaky Blinders Immortal Man.
Oh, okay.
Have you watched that series on Netflix?
I've never gotten into it now. My parents were recently trying to get into it, and I don't know, they stopped. They didn't like it for some reason. I think they thought it was they tend to like they're very much about like they need someone to root for, and if the characters are all unlikable, they're sick of that kind of show, like the anti-hero kind of show,
Yeah.
they stopped watching for that reason.
So that show's been on the air for like 10 plus years, I feel like. But I was really late to the game. But once I started streaming it and watching it, like I couldn't stop. I quickly caught up, finished. I think I watched a lot last season live potentially, but I'm really looking forward to this movie.
Is it a theatrical release?
Yes, it
I
is.
guess I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah, so that's why I included that.
that's cool.
And I already gave away your fifth one, right?
Yeah, yeah, Super Mario Galaxy, the movie. I mean, Mario, I've been playing Mario games since I was 3, 4 years old, something like that. I thought the last movie was really fun time. The only thing that I think is maybe holding back the hype a little bit is, in all honesty, the previous movie, it's not really a great movie. It is a very kiddie movie, uh, which is fine. Mario's for kids, but what really made the movie so enjoyable was hearing all the classic music that was just so well weaved into the movie, and all the Easter eggs from pretty much every Mario game ever made. Um, Being able to spot them in every scene was just really fun, and that's basically what I want out of the second one. If they can improve the story, that would be great. But I'm not necessarily expecting that they will, because I think they're just going to repeat a formula that worked for them.
I gotta give you credit. Like, I'm obviously not a big Mario fan like you are. I've recently become a bigger fan.
Yeah,
But like, I give you credit because you know all the songs. Like, oh, this was from the second Mario. This was from the third Mario. So I can see why you enjoy those movies even more for those little Easter eggs.
yeah. I think I pointed out to you in the
You
trailer
did.
in Bowser's mini castle that they play, that he hums the theme, the Bowser theme from Mario 64.
Yep. You
All
go
right.
next.
All right, number four. I had this at two, but then I switched it to four. The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's.
Wow, four,
It's on the list. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be there. The only thing that made me slide it down the list
four.
was I had to read it in honors English freshman year of high school, and I did not like The Odyssey. I just remember that it was a chore to read. I'm sure the movie. I mean, it's a
I mean,
cool.
you love Nolan. He's like one of your
I
favorites.
know. I'm looking forward to the movie.
Wow,
So
now I'm really excited to see what the rest of your list is.
okay. Well, I think you're gonna know all the movies on the list.
We'll see.
So you're at
So I go four now.
four. Okay.
It was obvious this movie was going to make the list, especially after I gave my rankings of my favorites. But 20 years later, The Bone Temple.
Yep.
Really
Which
looking
comes
forward
out
to
very
it.
soon, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing it in 2 weeks. I'm not going to talk more about it right now, but I will during the review. I heard it's amazing. Reviews already started coming out like a month ago. Like when people are allowed to like not give like full spoilers, but they're allowed to give their thoughts on a movie a month before it comes out, that's when you know the movie's going to be a winner. Because if the movie's bad, thoughts and reviews don't come out to last minute. But when people are allowed to give their thoughts like a month ahead of time, the studio is really looking forward to releasing this film.
So
To mass
Sid, your fifth most anticipated movie, your fourth anticipated movie. You must be a big Cillian Murphy fan.
Oh, that's true. I am.
He's in
I
both
sure
of
am.
those, right?
He is. He is. But it's supposed to be a small cameo in the fourth in this movie, bigger cameo in the third one that comes out. But yes, I do like that actor a lot. Also, he could be James Bond. He's a little too old now, but I could love seeing him as a
He
James
might
Bond.
show up in the Odyssey. You never know. I mean, he might have a small role. I
Oh,
kind of
true.
doubt it, but I mean, he obviously is has a close connection to Nolan.
Yep,
He puts him in everything almost.
he does.
So you want to do your third?
So I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do my second and third because
You're
it's
okay. All right, fine.
because I'm talking about Dunesday.
Doomsday.
So
Oh,
that is
Doomsday. Oh,
Doomsday.
are they calling it that?
They
Oh,
are
because they're coming out on the same day, right?
same day. So Dune Part Three is my second most anticipated film.
Okay, I knew that would
You
be on your
haven't seen
list.
those. You haven't
I
seen the
still
first
haven't seen
two.
them. Yeah, I still haven't seen
You
them.
have to, Mike. I mean, the second one is fantastic. You got to see this movie. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Dune Part Three, and the third one is Avengers: Doomsday. Do you really think they're gonna release together, or could you see them like stalling or delaying one of
I
them?
think one of them's gonna move. Yeah,
Yeah,
most
I think
likely
so
Dune.
too.
Dune. I don't think Avengers is moving, so it'll have to be Dune.
Yeah, but I don't think you did this, but I did it. I saw the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer the same day. A lot of
Yeah,
people people were doing. What's it called? Oppenheimer?
Barbenheimer. But those
Barbenheimer.
movies are different audiences, right? So,
Correct.
the Dune and Avengers is the same audience pretty much.
Yeah, so it's not going to surprise people to see both movies the same day. But I think the awards play works really well with Doomsday.
Did you invent that?
No, no, I did not.
Oh, that would have been good.
It would have been.
You'd
We could
make
pretend
money
I
off of
did.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
All
So you
right.
can go.
All right. So my number three is The Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm a massive Star Wars fan, as I mentioned. It's my favorite media franchise. This one, I think, doesn't have a ton of hype behind it. But I mean, The Mandalorian is the one of the best things that Disney Star Wars has put out. That and Andor. A lot of people didn't like season three that much. I liked season three. I thought it was good. Um, and everyone loves Grogu, so I'm holding out hope that this is going to be a fun time. It had to make my list.
By the way, you got to finish Andor, Mike. A lot of people are saying it was the best TV show of the
I
year.
know there's just so
Of the
much shit to
year.
watch. My problem is like I have trouble like picking one thing. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna.
Ugh,
You have no problem with that. It's like when new video game comes out, it's like you just sit,
stick to it.
you stick to it. I guess I probably have undiagnosed ADHD.
Probably.
Then I'll
Definitely.
do number two.
Yep.
Uh, Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I'm getting really hyped for it. We found out the Punisher's going to be in it.
Yes, he is.
Daredevil's going to be in it. Uh, the Hulk is going to be in it. And No Way Home was awesome. So this is going to be a big movie. I think it's gonna get people. I'm hoping that it's gonna get people really excited for Doomsday because it comes out I think before Doomsday
I believe so.
in July. So that could really get the hype going again for the MCU. So I'm really excited for that.
It was definitely one of my honorable mentions.
All right, so you just have your number one,
Yes.
which we know.
Which we know, The Odyssey. When you can buy tickets to a movie a year in advance, I mean that goes to tell you that this movie is going to be an absolute banger. I've never seen this before, Mike. People were spending close to $400 to buy these tickets to see an IMAX 70 millimeters on the day it comes out. Like I was so lucky. I was scrolling Twitter or X, whatever you call it, and I saw the link. Odyssey tickets out now, and I quickly jumped on it. I got the ticket. They sent me a really nice physical ticket as well. But yeah, I am pumped. Even though the teaser and the trailer that came out didn't really excite me, but I know Christopher Nolan likes to hold things back. He doesn't want to reveal a lot in his trailers, and Christopher Nolan cooks. So I'm really expecting him to cook with this one.
That is one that if I have the opportunity, if I'm able to get a ticket, and
You got it.
I should be able to. Okay, I'll go into New York City and watch it on the huge IMAX they have in Lincoln Square, which I saw Oppenheimer on, which was incredible. And yeah, I'll probably have to wait a few weeks, but they're going to have a ton of showings of that. So yeah, I'm definitely going to try to see that on IMAX, and I
You
and I
got
am
it.
I am really exciid for it.
Did you do your one or no?
No,
Here we go.
not a
Dun-dun-dun.
surprise. It would not have been my number one 2 weeks ago, but the hype is building behind Avengers Doomsday. And it's all about the leaks, which I don't want to spoil it. Just Google the leaks. There's been a ton of incredible leaks. There's going to be a lot of nostalgia bait in this movie. I'm all for it though, because that the MCU that's what it needs. I mean the movies in the past few phases that have been enjoyable. That's what they did. No Way Home, uh, Deadpool and Wolverine. Just lean in on the nostalgia. That's why people love these movies. So it's going to be a spectacle. I'm really excited for it.
I'm trying to think what Marvel movies came out this year. Oh,
Thunderbolts.
yes, the Captain America, which I think you said you enjoyed.
I liked it better than most people did. I thought it was better than Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I disagree. I really like Thunderbolts. Did you see that movie?
I did. I like Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I thought Thunderbolts was like one of the better later more recent MCU movies that came out.
Yeah, it
They've
was
hit
solid. It was solid. It was
yeah,
like a B
solid.
plus. It was a B plus.
Yep. Because they've had some misses recently, but with Doomsday, it's not going to be missed.
No, they know they can't mess it up. There's too much at stake.
Yep, it's going to be a banger.
All
Well,
right,
that's
Sid.
fun.
That was a lot of fun. going over last year's favorite movies and what we're looking forward to this year. And we will definitely be bringing you reviews to these movies throughout the year, and we hope you tune in.